Frank. To be frank is to be honest, without pretense, direct, forthright, candid. Well, those words certainly described Frank Stark. We obviously now have the Edie Windsor Senior Center, in large part because of Frank Stark. He left a lasting impression on SAGE and on the LGBT community, and for that we will be eternally grateful and always carry Frank close in our hearts.
He just was the very definition of a mensch. Thank you for honoring him, SAGE. Love you, Frank. May your memory forever be a blessing.
I grew to admire Frank for the honesty, humanity, and thoughtfulness that were hallmarks of his board service. It was also fun to be around. I considered Frank to be a role model and a mentor, a passive mentor, however, because he provided me with guidance and understanding, not by telling me what to do, but by being the gold standard for an engaged, productive, collaborative, and community-focused advocate. I always looked forward to SAGE board meetings for the opportunity to see Frank and give him a hug, because that's what you wanted to do. I miss Frank. Thank you, Frank, for your service and for your friendship.
He was smart, kind, funny, and generous. We were about to launch our Legacy Match campaign and ran into a cash flow problem with the match fund. In classic Frank fashion, he turned the problem into an opportunity to make a difference. What a great guy.
I'm so glad to do this because I owe Frank a big debt of gratitude. He was just one of the best fundraisers ever. So he pushed and he pulled a bit, and soon I was deeply involved in the center's capital campaign, their board. I ran fundraisers in Fire Island, a bunch of other things. And this period, when I could help out in the GLBT public sector, was one of the really rewarding times in my life, and one I wouldn't have missed for the world. And if it hadn't been for Frank, I probably would have missed it. So a big, big thank you to Frank. I will never, never forget you.
Frank was not a timid soul, and he always spoke his mind. When I first met him, he stuck out his hand and said, "My name is Frank, and I am." I will always remember his hosting the dancers responding to AIDS benefit at his glorious Fire Island home in the Pines. His kindness and generosity will never be forgotten, and his friendship will always be cherished. We miss him.
Frank always said that serving on SAGE's board for so many years, including a stint as co-chair, gave meaning to his life. I hope he knew how much meaning he gave to all of us, including elders in our community, because of all of the extraordinary wisdom and generosity and contributions that he shared with us over so many years. I know that my life, SAGE's life, and our community's life is richer because of Frank. We love you, Frank.